Number 10. In the first two Super Bowl games, the NFL champion Green Bay Packers easily defeated the AFL champion Kansas City Chiefs, then the Oakland Raiders. A third straight blowout was expected when the Baltimore Colts took on Joe Namath and the New York Jets, a game that Namath guaranteed the Jets would win. The Colts were heavy favorites with a 13-1 record and scored under 20 points just once all season. In Super Bowl III, they scored just 7 points, leading people to believe that the Colts were paid off to not put forth any effort to help make the AFL look legitimate and induce more league parity. Number 9. In the light middleweight gold medal match of the 1988 Summer Olympics in Seoul, South Korea, Roy Jones Jr. was taking on South Korean Park Si-hun. Jones Jr. dominated the match, landing 86 punches to just 32 for Park. The decision was a surprising one as it was scored 3-2 in favor of Si-hun. The two judges that scored in Si-hun's favor were banned from boxing. Si-hun would end up retiring after the games, while Jones Jr. had a long and illustrious pro career. Number 8. In the 2002 Olympics, the Canadian pair of Jamie Sale and David Pelley did so well that the announcers deemed them the winners as soon as their technique was over. However, they didn't receive a high enough score to top the Russian pair. French judge Marie Rain admitted in private that she allowed the Russians to have a higher score, in return for a higher French score from the Russians in a later tournament during the games. Number 7. The 1919 World Series is among the most famously fixed games in sports history, since it was essentially confirmed to have been rigged. The White Sox were the favorites, but all of the gambling money was being put on underdog Cincinnati. In an 8-game series, the Reds would win 5-3, as several of the White Sox players had said they took money to throw the series in Cincinnati's favor. Number 6. The first fight between Muhammad Ali, at the time still named Cassius Clay, and Sonny Liston was one of the most anticipated boxing matches of all time, and it ended in a controversial technical knockout, when Liston didn't answer the bell for the 7th round. Fans immediately claimed that it was fixed, but the rematch was even more controversial. Ali knocked Liston out in the first round before people were even in their seats, with what many claim as a phantom punch. To this day, many boxing historians claim that Ali never landed that right-hand punch on Liston, and that it was fixed from the beginning. Number 5. Very rarely does a single player on one team shoot as many free throws as the entire opposing team, especially in the postseason. Dallas won 8 more games during the regular season, beat the Heat both times in the regular season, and then won the first 2 games of the 2006 NBA Finals. Then Miami won a close Game 3 and then Game 4 by a wide margin. Then, Dwayne Wade went 21 for 25 from the free throw line in Game 5, and 16 for 21 in Game 6. Some experts, including Mark Cuban, say the game was rigged, especially because of the league's dislike of Cuban's comments. Number 4. Perhaps the most popular conspiracy theory in all of sports, revolves around the 1985 NBA draft lottery. Believers claim Commissioner David Stern and the NBA rigged the lottery, so the New York Knicks would get the first pick, and with it select Patrick Ewing. After a dominant college career at Georgetown, Ewing was the surefire first pick of the 1985 NBA draft. He was a once-in-a-decade talent who would change the fate of whichever team picked him. The Knicks were desperate for a center, and according to the theories, the NBA was desperate for a good team in New York. Number 3. The boxing world was absolutely stunned, after 29-year-old Australian Jeff Horn pulled a giant, yet controversial upset over Manny Pacquiao in his hometown of Brisbane. After the referee stepped in at the conclusion of the 9th round to warn Horn that he was ready to stop the fight if the underdog didn't show signs of life, he managed to go the distance and earn a unanimous decision, much to the objection to the public. Many raced to call this robbery, and the rest of the sports world did not react any differently. Professional athletes everywhere were left shocked by the result. Number 2. In the 2002 NBA Western Conference Finals, the top-seeded Kings had a 3-2 series lead heading into Game 6, but they had the small market problem. In Game 6, the Lakers took 27 free throws in the fourth quarter alone, against just 9 for the Kings. That quarter's most infamous call, in which Mike Bibby was called for a foul after receiving a swift elbow from Kobe Bryant, did indeed leave the Kings guard with blood running down his nose. The Lakers outscored the Kings 31-27 in the fourth, with 21 of those points coming at the line, and won the game 106-102. They went on to win Game 7. After former referee Tim Donaghy was convicted for fixing games, he said that this contest between the Kings and Lakers was one of the most obvious, and it was fixed to increase ratings and set the Lakers up for an NBA Finals appearance. Number 1. It was described as the touch scene around the world, as Phelps edged Chavich by the narrowest of margins in the 100-meter butterfly, at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. Many believe Chavich was the winner, but officials awarded the gold to Phelps, so he could keep alive his chance of breaking Mark Spitz's record of 7 gold medals at the 1972 Olympics. Even Spitz didn't think Phelps' win was legitimate. Mark Spitz said, "I was sent an email posted by Omega that said he had lost the race. If they were the official timekeeper, why wasn't that available moments after the race? I don't believe he won the race, but he's still the greatest swimmer in the world, with or without that medal."